Welcome to Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Yo, Henry with Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Today we're bringing out two new USSSA one-piece models. We've got the short Porch Wig Popper, 12-inch barrel, half-ounce end load. It's got the spin tech, so that tackier type of barrel there. And then we've got the all-new Dudley Lightning. This is a 240 model. I know obviously they've got the senior models of the Lightning as well. This also has the spin tech, 12-inch barrel, full-ounce end load. So pretty similar specs, obviously with a little bit less end load here on the Wig Popper. We're gonna go ahead, get starting compression now. Then we'll go ahead and show you some 52 swings first. We're gonna let pretty much Emilio roll through, followed by Keith, followed by Junior. Then I'll hit some 52s. Then all of us will roll back through with some Pro-Ms, and we'll decide basically how many Pro-Ms to throw on each of these based off the starting compression piece. But regardless, we are gonna aim at getting about 50 to 60 52s on both, just to get a kind of a good feel. We'll obviously only show you about 5 swings from each guy. Don't need to put 60 52 swings on there for you, but then from there, jump to Pro-Ms. We'll let you know numbers and get that final compression. All right, real quick, let's see where our one pieces are starting at, and we will start with the new Dudley Lightning USSSA. As a reminder, 12-inch barrel, 1-ounce end load. And I will say the two-piece Undertaker this year was very good and definitely a sleeper bat that definitely haven't seen a lot of people have them, but very good. Did definitely needed some BP, and I'm guessing it's the same with this one. We're at about 280 to 290 here on the Lightning. And then on the Wig Popper, obviously a one piece as well, 12-inch barrel loaded. So we're looking at closer to that half-ounce end load. So that's really the only difference between these two as far as the specs go. Let that sit at 0. And the Wig Popper is sitting closer to 255. So it will be interesting to see. We'll start with 52s on both of these just to kind of loosen the barrels up and whatnot. And then we'll probably take about 50-ish swings on each one with Pro-Ms, take a break. We've got a couple other bats we're gonna knock out. Plan on bringing the tester out there. We'll test, see where they're sitting. And then assuming the short porch is 250, sub 250, we'll pretty much put that one down and then move on to some more swings of the Lightning, try to bring that compression down and come back with final compression.
All right, guys, bringing everybody the Dudley Lightning. Got a 12-inch barrel, half-ounce end load, 26-ounce sticker weight right here, opening up with 52s. Let's see what we got. Half. Full ounce end load, sorry. Wig Popper's a half.
81 miles per hour. 80 miles per hour. 75 miles per hour.
Felt like true sweet spot right there.
85 miles per hour. 89 miles per hour. 89 miles per hour.
I'm 2 more.
93 miles per hour.
And I'm sure one of them mentioned it while they were hitting, but both models we're swinging today are both 26 ounces. So the only difference between the two, obviously other than the brand, is the 1-ounce end load here on the Lightning, half-ounce on the Wig Popper.
91 miles per hour.
Yeah, I think I caught that one pretty centered up, maybe a hair low. You get a little bit of feedback. I think Junior was talking about it earlier, but based off that, I'm gonna guess on this 12-inch barrel, the sweet spot's gonna be just a little bit high of center. And we'll obviously figure that out with some swings and see what the other guys thought about it too here in a little bit.
95 miles per hour.
Yeah, purposely tried to catch that one a little bit higher. That one felt really good. Really no feedback on the hands. You got that kind of feel that you get when the ball just jumps off the sweet spot. So I do think it's just a little bit higher up, and obviously the speed kind of matched that.
98 miles per hour.
Okay.
Off close first every time he swings it.
95 miles per hour.
There's every bit of the sweet spot. Whew. Yeah, sweet spot's definitely a little further down, probably like the N on Lightning or the L on Dudley. So with the 12-inch barrel, I mean, you don't have a ton of room to miss that spot anyways, but if you do catch a little bit lower, you're gonna know.
91 miles per hour.
Oh yeah, we're good there. Yeah, so that'll wrap it up for the Dudley Lightning. Again, the Legend 240. And like I said, again, really good option for 52s for, I think, again, those faster bat speed, stronger players, just with that stiffer feel starting at that kind of 280, 290 mark. We'll see obviously what this thing feels like as we break it in with 40 or 375s. Maybe here at the end, if we get a little more time, we'll throw a few bonus 52s, put that towards the end of the video in case you care about it. But again, like I mentioned, I think there's a reason Me and Keith like this one better. Well, I haven't swung the Wig Popper yet, but he liked it better, I should say. And then so far, Emilio and Junior have liked the Wig Popper better, just because I think the difference in getting that trampoline effect from the Wig Popper versus that real stiffer feel here. But yeah, sweet spot's up a little bit higher. Feels good. Only, I don't know if you want to call it a negative, is if you were buying a 1 ounce end load because you wanted that real heavy end load, again, I think it feels closer to like a 0.5, 0.75, and so far everyone pretty much agrees. But that could be just the 26 sticker. It could be the shorter barrel. Obviously, the longer barrels, you're going to actually have that extra end load feeling a little bit heavier. But let's move over now to the Wig Popper. We'll see everyone's 52 swings now for that, and then we'll roll back around into Pro M's with both bets.
All right, guys, moving on to the short porch Wig Popper. Got a 12-inch, it's a one-piece 12-inch barrel. Got a 1/2 ounce end load. You got a 26 ounce sticker weight right here. Let's see what we got.
72 miles per hour.
Okay.
88 miles per hour. 90 miles per hour.
Yeah, it requires very little to no effort. There seems to be a little bit more jump on this barrel. Still easy to find the sweet spot, but that 1/2 ounce end load is really what's kind of helping get this bat through the zone.
86 miles per hour. 77 miles per hour.
Got a low exit velo, and still carry way out of here. There's definitely a huge jump on this barrel, that's for sure.
88 miles per hour. 81 miles per hour. 87 miles per hour.
I like you squared that one up, it just didn't really go.
Yeah.
87 miles per hour.
All right, 52 wise, which one did you like better and why, or which one, how'd they feel?
I like the Dudley better. I feel like because it's a little bit stiffer, it helps compress the squishy balls better. So I feel like not a lot of feedback on this one unless you really catch the end cap. Other than that, it all feels pretty much the same.
All right, you saw everyone's swings here at the Wig Popper. My turn. Again, we talked about it a little bit after the Lightning, but for Emilio and Junior, they definitely preferred, or actually definitely, but they slightly preferred the Wig Popper. And then for Keith, he said he slightly preferred the Lightning, but it was exactly for I think what we talked about the Lightning, with that stiffer feel for a stronger player, kind of fast bat speed like Keith, and then nothing against Junior Emilio, but the way they swing, it just, I think it fits that little extra trampoline you're getting off this lower compression. So we'll find out right now.
101 miles per hour. 99 miles per hour.
Yeah, I mean, definitely has that, I'm not want to call it a soft feel because it feels, I'd say normal compared to the stiffer Lightning, but compared to Lightning, you get that little bit softer, but really what that is in my mind is that like trampoline effect, and can feel those 52s kind of bouncing off the barrel, whereas with the Lightning, it felt like you were using the stiffer portion to really compress the ball, and so just a slightly different feel, but both these so far have been good options for these 52s.
97 miles per hour.
Okay. So far we've matched the Lightning distance. That's about that same little hill this Lightning landed on.
100 miles per hour.
Okay. I think on this one too, same thing. I think the sweet spot's just a little bit higher center, so close to the little, I don't know, maybe he is the Wig Popper, but whatever this little thing is, and then up towards the P. So just barely high of the center point, but you can definitely feel it kind of jumping off the way you want it to when you catch just high of that center spot.
99 miles per hour.
All right, well, that'll do it for the short porch Wig Popper. So just like I thought from kind of talking to them, just a little bit of a softer feel in comparison, not soft overall, but this one's going to give you more of that trampoline effect when you're swinging 52s. The Lightning gives you more of that stiff, just traditional one piece. So kind of I would base it off of what you are looking for, swing type. Again, I think stronger, faster swing speed players probably will like the Lightning a little bit better. I did like the feel of this one. I just personally preferred the feedback on the Lightning. That's all personal preference. If I was going purely off of kind of the forgiveness, what we saw for speeds, things like that, I'm going to give a slight edge on the 52s to the Wig Popper. But again, this isn't meant to be a comparison video. This is just more so if you happen to be making a decision between two 12-inch one pieces, giving you an idea of if you're looking for 52s, what you want, if you're swing type, all that kind of stuff. And obviously nice to have a group of guys out that all of our swings are just a little bit different. So either way, we're going to hop over to some Pro M's now. This is where With the Lightning being like a 280, this being like a 255, we'll roll through and we'll give you kind of a number at the end of what we put swing-wise on both. It'll most likely be obviously more swings on the Lightning unless somehow it's just gas, simply because this should be pretty game ready. But let's hop over. We're gonna go kind of the same order as the 52s. We're gonna jump back to the Lightning. You'll see Emilio, Keith, Junior, myself, then we'll roll back over to the Wig Popper. All right, we got Emilio starting us off with the Dudley Lightning.
Yeah.
He said he's gonna bring the Lightning with this, so.
Bring the Lightning.
93 miles per hour.
There.
87 miles per hour. 91 miles per hour. 94 miles per hour. 95 miles per hour.
That sounded very good.
Yeah, it did.
That ball was peak.
96 miles per hour. 91 miles per hour.
Oh, he says sucking, man.
96 miles per hour. 85 miles per hour.
Yeah, definitely getting some good little jump right here. I mean, again, the sweet spot's good. It's not overly too difficult to find. It's a little high from center, but all in all, I think this bat has a lot of good potential, especially as good as it feels in the hands. But it definitely needs some more break-in. Still some pretty decent performance, but definitely gonna need to take some swings if you pick this up.
90 miles per hour.
That'll do it for the Dudley Lightning, guys. Again, definitely some good promise. I mean, definitely needs a lot more swings, but the sweet spot feels good given how high that compression is. But all in all, it'll be interesting to see what it can do when we get that compression a lot lower. But I like the way it feels on the hands, so that's what makes me keep my hopes up for this bat, because it does have some potential. So
All right, my turn with the Dudley Lightning. Everyone's got their swings. We're pretty much all in agreement that it definitely feels closer to like a half ounce, that we don't see a huge difference weighting wise between this and the Wig Popper. It's just something to keep in mind, but I mean, that's all just a personal preference thing. Either way, we've got the Pocket Radar actually app recording today. Normally we don't, so we can run to the speaker, but we got a different setup so we can run that recording and put a mic near it, all that kind of fun stuff. So it keeps a pitch count for us. So right now, between the three of them, they up to 69 swings. So I'm gonna swing now, hopefully get to right at about 100 total. So this will have 100 Pro M's on it. And then we were at, I think I said 55 or 60, 52. So basically 150 total swings on it between the 52s and the Pro M's. And we'll see where it's at. We also have another time we're gonna hit here in a couple days. So if we get home and this is still sitting like 270 plus, we'll bring this back out for a part 2, let you know that's what we're doing with it, and go from there.
104 miles per hour. 97 miles per hour.
That one came off good. That spot felt a little weird. I think it might have been just, like we talked about the 52s, maybe just on the center or low of the center of the sweet spot. I mean, middle of the barrel, which then puts us low of the sweet spot, but carried well, came off good. But even with the first couple swings, I can definitely tell that sweet spot is, like we talked about, a little higher up towards like the L and Dudley on this side, which puts that like the N or I on Lightning on the other side.
101 miles per hour.
Oh, that felt nice. Yeah, keeping the ball up the barrel, and that's the sweet spot for sure.
96 miles per hour.
Whew. Yes, sir.
105 miles per hour.
There's every bit of the sweet spot. Knuckling around. That felt nice.
88 miles per hour.
Oh, we're going to end on that short, crappy swing. That's all bat right there. I mean, that thing carried off to our next little hill, but there you have it. That's the Dudley Lightning. We just looked. We're right at 100 Pro M swings. So 100 Pro M, 55, 52s. Puts just over 150 swings here on this one. That'll be it on this one for today. Obviously, we can't make this video crazy long, but we'll get this back to the house. We'll test it, see where it's at. We're going to roll through to the Wig Popper now. But again, sweet spot, just a little bit high of center. Once you kind of figure that out, get to BP it, feels really good. The more and more swings, you can kind of feel that sweet spot opening up. The stiffness of this bat getting, not softening up, but like loosening up to where you start to get a little bit more forgiveness as well. Obviously, good carry. So definitely a good option. Another fun one from Dudley. The Undertaker was another one that we all had a lot of fun swinging. So let's have the Wig Popper now. It's only like 80 degrees out here, but man, this humidity's killer. So we're gonna roll through the Wig Popper. We might get closer to about 60 on that one based on the feel. We'll see with that whole compression piece and then go from there.
89 miles per hour. 86 miles per hour. 91 miles per hour.
All right, that's it for the Wig Popper.
All right, so you swung both now. So for your personal swing, which one? So you already said you like the Wig Popper better, 52s.
Yeah, 52s
so
for this.
What was your preference?
Pro M's for this, by
was
far.
it just everything, like the feedback, carry, all that, or was there a certain aspect of it?
This thing just hits way harder, carries further.
For your swing, all right.
Yeah.
All right, well, there we got it.
96 miles per hour.
Yeah, that sweet spot's like a little bit up the barrel.
Yeah.
89 miles per hour. 91 miles per hour.
Both. Which one did you like better for? I know you liked the Lightning better for you for 52s. What about for Pro Am?
Pro Am still the Lightning. I felt like I had a better feel to it. I think consistently I might have hit better with this one, but feedback wise I didn't like it. Like if you missed the sweet spot, everything hurt. But this one I felt a bit more comfortable with my hands.
All right, everyone's got their swings. Pocket Radar app showing 53 total swings on it so far with the Pro Ams. We had 50 with the 52s, so I'm gonna get about 20 more now. That'll finish this one right at about 70, 75. Which will be obviously 25 less than the Lightning, and we'll check the compressions and go from there. Yeah, there's our sweet spot, and I'm sticking with what I talked about early on. I think it's basically the little character, if not just barely above it, so a little bit up of the center part of the barrel. But just like Junior was talking about, I think Keith might have mentioned it, but this is one of those where you don't need a full swing. If you full swing, you actually feel, you can feel the barrel basically compress a little more than you probably want it to, and gives you almost that softer feel. But like that last swing was probably like an 80, 90%. You get the trampoline you want, you can feel it just a little bit, and the ball just jumps off. Yeah, there's every bit of the sweet spot there. Goodness. That came off really good. I mean, that one felt good. Got the sweet spot. Similar to the Lightning, it was one that off the bat, I was like, all right, we touched that one. Don't get me wrong, it carried pretty good. That's about nearly 375. Got a little spot in the hill, but I would have thought it went a little bit further. But like I mentioned, it's just for, and I think it's again player dependent, but for me, I can't really, if I go like 100%, 95%, whatever at the ball with this one, it's almost making the barrel a little too soft. But those last few swings have been like the 85 to 90, and it's just jumping off. Feels really good. These next couple, I'm gonna go to kind of normal swing nice and hard, and see what we get, and kind of go from there. All right, at this point, our second mic that we run ended up dying as well, obviously unaware, but we just recently switched to the DJI Mic 3. They had some lossless audio options, some other stuff that we set up on there, obviously killed the battery a whole lot faster than we realized. So figure we're gonna go ahead and just kind of give you the wrap up now that I'm back at the house, even though we're obviously overlaying it here with the video itself. But between the Wig Popper and the Lightning, everyone got to swing them. Both really good options, and I think the best part about this one is it's two bats that are both good options depending on which type of hitter that you are. So like for me, Keith, Emilio, Junior, all of our types of swings, all four of us preferred the Dudley Lightning with the Pro M's, but that's because of, I think, kind of the way we strike the ball, our type of swings, things like that. So the Dudley Lightning is going to be your thick or your stiffer option. And with that, it allows you to get that kind of true feedback. You really get to kind of drive through the zone with your normal swing and allow that thing to make impacts. And then obviously ball carries, comes off good, gives the feedback that you want. As it broke in a little bit more, obviously it got a little more forgiving, but still kind of maintain that stiffness. Whereas with the Wig Popper, and again, these aren't far off as far as which to go with. It's purely a swing thing. So if you're somebody with maybe a little bit slower swing speed, or maybe you're not just I go 100% at the ball, attack the ball type of person, you want that trampoline feel, that's where the Wig Popper is going to come in. But with both of them, They both gave pretty darn good feedback just for my swing. And I know for Keith, two of the big things we talked about was we weren't huge fans of the kind of trampoline effect, to where whenever you miss kind of that sweet spot and you miss off of it, it's almost a mix with that trampoline and makes it hard to kind of tell where you missed it. And then obviously we had some kind of misleading performance, things like that. But again, those are all personal preference as far as that goes. With both of these, if you want something that's going to be good with 52s, both are a good option. There's obviously kind of split 50-50 between who thought the Lightning was better, who thought the Wig Popper was better. That's again where personal kind of swing comes in. However, if you want something you can BP a whole bunch, the Lightning's obviously your option there. Started just under 300 compression, allowed us to put a whole bunch of swings on it. We're at 150 today, as you're about to see here with the final compression between the two of them. Just like we thought, the Wig Popper came a lot closer to that 240, 250 mark. Did not need a lot of swings, pretty much game ready from the start. Whereas that Dudley Lightning, I'm going to say you want to put at least 100 Pro-Ms, if not more on there. Based on its final numbers, I think we could easily put another 100 Pro-Ms on there as well. And we will try to do so if we get enough time. But we still have plenty of bats rolling at this point. So with both of those, thanks for tuning in. Sorry for the video being a little bit longer than normal. We just wanted to make sure kind of with the Dudley Lightning needing those swings and having both videos or bats on there, we showed the 52s for both, as well as once done with that, swapping over and moving to the Pro-Ms. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, feel free to reach out, averagedudeslowpitch.com. Both these bats are updated on there on the rankings, along with everything else that we've swung. If you ever need help grabbing anything, Wig Popper is available at headbangersports.com, discount code ADS. The Dudley Lightning is only available on Dudley's site, which is actually on Spalding's sites, and Spalding owns Dudley, so you can find that there as well, along with that Undertaker. But either way, thanks to Scott Creekmore for sending over the Dudley Lightning for us. Thanks to Headbanger Sports for sending over the Wig Popper. Glad we could get this done for you. Stay tuned. We still have plenty of more stuff dropping here in the near future. And then once again, these kind of reviews, new bat drops slow down. We're going to try to bring some other stuff here in the off season as far as comparisons, kind of like BP breakdown type days, things like that. So thanks for tuning in, and stand by for the final compression. All right, first up, we got the Dudley Lightning. Again, this one had about 150 total swings between 52s and Pro-Ms. Started high compression, so we will see where it's at now. Let's make sure that sits. And we're still sitting like 270, 265, somewhere between there. So again, I mean, this still has tons of wiggle room. Could definitely BP'd a bunch more. Honestly, we will probably try to get it back out there, get another 100 Pro-Ms, see what that does. But it started feeling real good at the end. And as we mentioned before, definitely a model with that stiffer one that I think guys like the stronger players, faster swing speeds early on will really like. And then based on what the other guys thought about it, I could see that becoming a favorite for kind of everybody once it's broken in. And then we've got the Wig Popper. Let's make sure it sits at 0. Oof, and we are dead on 240. So again, this one started lower compression, definitely didn't need a lot of BP. We put, if I'm not mistaken, 30 or 40, 50, I think 40, 52s on it, and then right around 60 Pro-Ms. So we're sitting right at about 100 swings. So this is one, again, not a lot of BP. We talked about it out there at the field. Definitely a good option if you like that kind of trampoline feel. You still want that stiffer one piece. This is definitely the way to go. But between the two of these, obviously, if you're looking for a BP option, that's going to be your Dudley. If you want that stiffer option, your Dudley. If you like that trampoline, obviously that's where your short porch comes in. But both have the spin tech. Both were good options. Rankings will be updated by the time you're seeing this video. Either way, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day.
Thank you for watching Average Dude's Slow Pitch. Remember to like, share, subscribe for more content.